Hey, does it get any better than an untimed down with the
No.
game on the line? Oh my God!
No. And once again, thank you for the tickets. I have to say, being in that stadium, I don't know what you felt like watching it at home, but the nervousness for the 3.5 quarters of that entire game, I couldn't ask for anything better. We were, as a Giants fan, watching that game, basically waiting for this offensive explosion that never came until the last until the last basic 7 minutes of the game. And then I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, we could win this game. Of course we lost it. We could win this game. Oh my God. This is so it was the greatest experience, the closest you could get. I would have loved to have Saquon run it in. Didn't happen, but hey, whatever. Holding play, if it's in New York, they get that play.
No,
if it's in
not
Buffalo,
back-to-back, not back-to-back. You're getting one flag.
If you're
First
in
of all,
MetLife Stadium, you get that play.
You're
You know that,
getting one
Duffy.
flag. First of all, that first
Both
flag,
flags.
that first flag should not have been thrown. And I'll give it to Waller, man. He fought through what was a legitimate football play to make it look like that ball was catchable. Credit to him. That's an NFL veteran move. I'll give you the flag for the work on that one. He didn't work on the second one. You're not getting both flags. And
He couldn't because the guy had one of his arms.
Oh, I forgot. Did they legalize taking your hand and sticking it directly into the face of a defensive player when he's trying to make a play? Because I didn't see when they changed that rule.
I know you can't catch a football unless you have your arms.
All of these Giants fans want to be upset about grabbing of a jersey when apparently illegal hands to the face before the grab is not a penalty anymore.
So being the Giants guy, are you surprised he didn't run it? Look, only because now look, I go back to the first half and when Tyrod checked off the play and got himself into all that trouble and they stuffed Saquon, they thought at that point that was the play to run.
Yes.
You got one play for the game from the 1 yard line.
I don't think you feel it that twice. I think you run Saquon again at that time. You know exactly what to do. You know exactly the ball. It was prime for him. He had a great second half in that game. I think he would have been the hero had they run the ball in. I am upset with the call, but I would have said, there's no way you're stopping Saquon Barkley a second time.
I'm totally on board with him. You don't get that call twice.
No,
You
I think
don't
you
get
do
pass
in MetLife
interference
Stadium.
twice.
And to that point, look at it this way. Let's compare it for Bills fans watching right now. It would be like taking Josh Allen from the 1 yard line and having him turn around and hand the ball off to Reggie Gilliam to try and win the game. Saquon Barkley is your bell cow. I know he's got the high ankle sprain, but like you said, he ripped off back-to-back 30-yard runs just a couple of minutes earlier. You have a backup quarterback who is known for not putting the ball. He's safe. He's not going to take risks, right? That's not a risky throw that he made. You give it to... Why did you pay Saquon Barkley if you weren't willing to hand it to Saquon Barkley from the 1? And if you get stuff from the 1 twice in the same spot, you don't deserve to win the game anyway.
I'm trying to think, and you're more the Bills historian. Was this like the greatest ending of a Buffalo Bills game ever? I mean, just in terms of drama.
I don't know, man.
And maybe the Norwood kick.
There's been a lot.
The Norwood kick in the Super Bowl.
Well, no, but you look at like the last plays of games, there's been a ton of them that we've been on the wrong side of, and I would agree with you, the drama and the celebration would be great if the Bills weren't 15.5-point favorites walking into that game.
But here's the one thing I'll take away from this, and I wish you were sort of there in the moment of it happening. As a Giants fan, I'm sitting there like, I can't believe we're in this game. I can't believe Bass missed 2 field goals. I can't believe we played the way we have defensively. I can't believe we're really one run away from causing the Buffalo Bills to lose a second game in a row. I enjoyed every minute up until the last play. Every stinking minute of it. But there was a bit of an anxiety. If you'd been there to see this, there were a lot of people who felt embarrassed and couldn't understand what was happening to this Bills team off of that loss against Jacksonville.
Which is what I don't get, because like when I was screaming, we were broadcasting the break room live from London, and I was screaming on Friday that this has trap game written all over it. You have a former offensive coordinator who brought your guaranteed bust quarterback along with the star that he is. By the way, the offensive coordinator the Bills have now, he learned how to be an offensive coordinator and still runs a playbook from Brian Daboll. The quarterback that you're facing was the guy who broke your 17-year playoff drought. He was benched for a guy that threw 5 interceptions at halftime. He pushes through that. His reward is being traded immediately so the guy who threw the 5 interceptions can start opening day the next year for 17 minutes. And there were nine former Buffalo Bills in that front office or that roster on the field that last play. 3 former Bills who they told, we don't need you anymore. It could have been a revenge game 3 different ways on that last play. Not great. You're still dealing with jet lag and everything like that. The Bills will be just fine moving forward.
I had no idea both coaches hated each other. Did
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
that?
there was rumors.
I did not know, but you could clearly see they wanted to win that game, which made the last play even better.
I'm just not in the mood to even talk.
He said, and I quote, I don't want to talk about it.